right, here we go. 319! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Set! 319! 319! Here we go now. 319. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Now let's go! Green 39! Green 30... Here we go now! Green 39! Green 39!
All right, man. Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Looking to throw. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player?
All right, now, lucky 56.
How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Being chased, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Kenny Clark, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Fournette, 1st down, still going. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This long drive continues here to start the 2nd quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Packers get set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll set up a throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd in just about a few inches here. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is going to be Packer football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Nelson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Watch it now, Marty.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
They begin with a run by Fournette. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially, that'll go. It's a 52-yard punt, not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw here. He's going to wind up and air that. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A big play there, 77 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Airing this one, and this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had the punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Time to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now we're all even. Brand new ball game, tie game.
In a sense, you're starting over. Tie ball game, everyone's back to even, back to equal. A good job getting back in it.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any off.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
All right, now, look at 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Officially no
Lucky 56.
gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And what a big-time play there. 54 yards.
Gone! Gone!
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
The pitch to Fournette. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Leopard! Detroit!
Out of the gun now on third down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
They'll toss it to Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it?
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And his guys are going to take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big, and got his man complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 47 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him, All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Packers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He's back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What,
it's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Here's a give to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that nice play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for our visitors, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try and